Hello, welcome to session 4 on the Sigma training. This session is on the Express and I'm Kim Blake. I'm just going to take you through one PowerPoint slide with the agenda and then I'll go into the live database. This session covers how you access the Express and then we'll look at the available functions, which include energy analysis, so choosing the meters and the time bands that you want to analyse. Having a look at the analysis and report templates, so pre-made report templates that your user can use. Viewing alarms that have been set, adding meter readings and viewing dashboards. I'll then show you the relevant pages in the online user manual. So I'm already logged into Sigma and I'm gone to my home page, which is the tree configuration. And to access Express, if you are an advanced user, so you're using the main part of Sigma, you go to the user menu and then down to Express. If you're an Express only user, then you come straight into this page. So you have the burger menu in the top left-hand corner, which will take you back to your home page. You can see your preferences in here and set them. Go back to advanced or log out. Again, for those users that are Express only, they won't have the option to go to advanced. If I just show you the preferences, then you can see here there's preferences that you can set, including your name, etc. And then what page you start when you open it. So where do you want to start? So it could be on any of these. So if I just go back to the menu, as I said, you've got the 4 options there, and then we'll talk through what's in here. So if I start with energy analysis, this starts at the top level of your database. And if I use the arrow here, we can see that we can come down to the different parts and you can choose what meters or what group of meters you want to add to this analysis. So if I wanted all of the HQ area, click on the arrow. It asks me if I want to analyze all the meters and then OK. So it takes all of the meters that are within the HQ area, or I could come further down the path and look at the different parts there and just add individual meters. Once we've got all the meters in here, if there's any that I don't want, I can just individually take those ones out or remove all. Okay, so if you've got different types of meters in there, obviously you've got the different scales. So we've got kilowatts and we've got meters squared, cubed. Each line is in here and we can take out any of those individually from the graph. So each line represents one of the meters, and at the moment it's for 7 days of data. Just click on any of the other options and you can change that pattern that you see. So very easily you've got that data for whichever period and whichever meters. There's custom, so you can choose the exact date range or you use the options that are available. So this is showing us the consumption, and each one of the lines you can see the data there for each day in that 4-week period. You have options to change it to cost. Now the cost will come from one of 2 areas. If you have a contract set up in the database and there is pence per unit charges, standing charge, VAT, etc., then it will use those costs and it will create the cost from that. Or you can have something called blended rates in the database, and they're just a set figure, and that will be the figure that Sigma would use to calculate those costs. So just to be clear, this is still looking at the meters, it's not looking at any accounting data. And then you've got your CO2. So they're the DEFRA figures. It takes that data and it will show you the CO2. So if I come back to the consumption, You've got some options here to change the period of time that we're looking at. So we're looking at the most current 4 weeks. We can use the back arrow and that will change the period. So if you noticed, it's going back a day at a time. You can go to the next period or you can go to the previous period. So this time you'll notice it's going back in 4 weeks. You can also change what you see. So we've got the chart line as at the moment, but clicking on the different options, you'll see the different choices that we have there. Because I'm on custom now, because I've changed the labels here, you'll see we've got this graph, these options here. But if I just go back to 4 weeks, it comes back to here. So we've chosen the meters, the time range, whether or not we want consumption, cost, or CO2. We've chosen the graph type, and then there's some options down the bottom here. So you've got some apply comparison or aggregate. And then it's asking us what comparison we want to go against. Then I've got the option to download, to view the chart data, or to view notes. So download, how do I want to download it? And that will give me the image. The chart data fills in the bottom of the page and it shows me the data that we've got there for each day in that period of time. I come back up. You can see some of the meters don't have any data in. The others have, and it shows whether or not it's kilowatts or meters cubed. So that was the chart data. And then you can add notes in if you want to add any notes in regarding that particular pattern. So very flexible. You choose what meters. If we wanted to start back to the beginning, I can just remove all the meters and I might just want to select some individual meters and do the analysis from there. Moving down, we have templates. So this is the analysis templates. There's 2 types of reporting in Sigma, analysis and reports. With the analysis, these are templates that have already been created on your database by advanced users. And each one of these will have some data in them. So this particular one, league table, we could run the league table. And then if I click on the arrow at the bottom here, it says run now. And then again, how do I want that data? On screen or as a document? If I do it on screen, it will show us the analysis. So this one is it's a league table, it's a league table analysis. And again, we've got the options to include or exclude any of those lines from the graphs. We've got the option to do a download of the graph. And similarly, we've got the chart data below. And then there's some other options along here. And then there's also some comparisons that can be done. So the chart data is downloaded from the PNG here. And then the chart data, we've got CSV or XLS. Click on the backward arrow, returns me to here. So if you're an Express user, you may well have created the templates and are now using them in Express. Or if you're an Express only user, then you will see the templates that are there. You can search for them and you can see the different types of analysis that could be in there and the path that they're located. The next one down are reports, so similar to the analysis, but these are just created reports. So here we could look at one of these, for instance, a monthly meter report. Again, download or run now, should I say? And this will run down to run as a PDF or one of the other options. So that would come through as your normal. There we go. So there, this is a meter management report. We've got the meter that it's regarding, and then there's charges, there's consumption, there's demand. And again, those charges are based on the charges from the contract. We've got a profile for that meter for the month. We've got a yearly summary, and we've got a yearly comparison by month. So there's 4 pages to that one report, and that opens up on a separate tab. So you can download previously saved schedules, so they're reports that have been scheduled, or you can go to the report wizard that's covered off in a different section. But generally speaking, it will be using the reports that have already been created, the templates that have been created in the advanced version. Alarms are alarms for things like missing data. So they will all have been created again within the advanced version, and this would give us details about those alarms. So we could view them, we can acknowledge them, view them, or delete them. If I view, it gives you a little bit more detail about that particular alarm. Meter reading, sorry, next section is dashboards. So this has been looked at in the dashboard section that I've already done, but it's taking me to my private dashboard. As I looked at before, the team demo dashboard. This particular dashboard has more than one page that you can go to. It's showing the path. So at what level these figures have been accumulated to, and the period of time that they're covering. So this, in this instance, previous 12 months, but we could change it to any of those other options in there. So from here, I can use the back button, which will take me back into the Express. And then the final option down here is the meter readings. So meter readings allows you to add in meter readings. Again, this is covered off in more detail within the main section, but you can add in monthly meter readings or daily meter readings, whichever you have for your particular meters. You can have a walking route. So a walking route would be created within the advanced, and then we could add in the monthly meter readings for those meters that are in this Southeast Office 2 group. So we can see the path of the meter, we can see the previous meter readings, we could see when the next meter reading's due, and you can add that meter reading in. And you've got the details about each of those meters to the right-hand side. So all of these are actioned or accessed, should I say, by clicking on the icons on the left-hand side. As I said, the report templates, they will already have been created by users using the advanced option, so the main part of Sigma. Or you use the energy analysis and you create that yourself by choosing which meters, what time range, and what you want to do that report on. If you're an Express only user, then you can just log out from here. Or if you're an advanced user, you can either log out or go to Express. Sorry, go to Advanced, which will take you back into Advanced. If I go to my home, that takes me back to my tree configuration. As for the help files, again, we have the options down the side here, and there's an Express function section, and then the various different pages within there shows all the different options that you have in there. So the analysis, the alarms, dashboards, meter readings, etc. Thank you for listening. I'll speak to you all again soon. Thank you.